Welcome to our GUC News.
First with the headlines. GUC's newcomer secures third place in Think Out of the Box for Egypt competition. Samsung introduces ATIV 1.7 curved, first PC with curved screen. Facelifted Honda CR-V SUV unveiled for Europe. Google first self-driving car becomes more real. Hotel occupations increase at 60% in Red Sea area and South Sinai. France loans Egypt 7.15 million euros for Toba International Airport development. Joe Cocker died of cancer. Injured Formula One driver Bianchi undergoes rehabilitation therapy. Jeremy Renner splits from wife after 10 months. The Interview will screen in Canada.
GUC's fresh applied science and art student has won, among her team Go Green, the third place in Think Out of the Box for Egypt competition. Nada Bassiouni's project, who studied medicine for 2 years before enrolling in the GUC's Faculty of Applied Science and Arts, was summed up in collecting recycled waste like water bottles, plastic bags and the like and turning them into foam. The foam is used in constructions in a method called M2 building system. Bassiouni's project was presented before 36 judges and high-profile ministers. Minister of State for Environmental Affairs Dr. Laila Iskandar invited Bassiouni and her team to discuss the benefits of the green project, especially it will cut the cost of constructions and building by 40%.
Samsung has recently introduced a new all-in-one desktop computer that has curved screen. The idea for the ATIV 1.7 curved came partly from Samsung's TVs, which already have curved displays. Samsung has already been offering laptops and Chromebooks, and the 27-inch all-in-one will be its first desktop computer. The all-in-one looks like a 27-inch curved TV with all the PC components at the back of the monitor. As with TVs, the curved display could provide a more immersive gaming and entertainment experience than conventional monitors. The desktop can also be used as TV. Game consoles and cable boxes can be hooked up via HDMI port. It is priced at $1,299 and will become available in February. Samsung couldn't immediately name the countries in which the PC will become available. The ATIV 1.7 curved has an upcoming Core i5 processor, 8 GB of RAM and 1 TB of storage. It has USB 3.0 and HDMI ports, but it lacks other display ports such as DisplayPort, which is used by businesses.
Honda has recently unveiled the facelifted CR-V for European production trim following the CR-V prototype showcased at the Paris Auto Show in October. The main highlight for Europe is the addition of a new 1.6-liter diesel engine which produces 158 horsepower and 350 Nm of torque. Available for four-wheel drive models, the engine is offered for 2 transmissions, either a 6-speed manual or a new 9-speed automatic transmission. The facelifted CR-V also got the new Honda Connect, which is an app-driven infotainment system that is fitted as standard across the range. The system features a 7-inch touchscreen display, which gives front seat occupants access to everything, from vehicle information, rear-view parking camera and music, to Bluetooth connectivity for their phones, as well as being enabled for mirror-link technology.
Google's latest self-driving vehicle now becomes more real. Unlike the mock-up car Google first shared earlier, this version is fully functional. It even has real headlights. The round white and gray car is designed without permanent driving tools like a gas pedal or wheel. However, to comply with California state law, there are still removable temporary controls for the required safety driver, a real person who needs to be in the car and ready to take over in an emergency. The goal is to eventually remove any interior controls so that the passenger can take a nap while the car does all the work. Google's self-driving car team will continue to test the vehicle on the private track in California, where it works its way around traffic lights and mock construction zones. Google has said it's interested in launching a pilot program for the cars in the coming years.
Human feeling of it is very well engineered and it is very smooth. There's nothing that makes you feel the least bit threatened. It's impressive. I'm totally in love with this whole concept.
Our lives are made up of lots and lots of little things. And a lot of those little things for most people have to do with getting from place to place. And in order to connect and do things, be with people, go places that they need to go and do things.
According to a Ministry of Tourism official, hotel occupancy in the Red Sea area and South Sinai witnessed an increase this week to 60%. There are expectations for a rise to 70% by the end of the week due to Christmas season. By the end of last week, occupants in Sharm el-Sheikh and Hurghada were at 50 to 55%, with expectation of a further rise when European tourists visit. Occupants in the Red Sea area are better than other areas like Luxor, Aswan, Cairo and Alexandria, according to Chairman of the Tourism Investors Association TIA, Tariq Shalabi. He added that occupants in Luxor and Aswan do not exceed 15%, while in Cairo they are at 25%.
Minister of International Cooperation Nagla El-Ahwani signed recently a 7.15 million euros agreement with the French ambassador to Egypt, André Baron, to fund the replacing navigation system at Taba International Airport. The signing of the agreement was attended by Minister of Civil Aviation Houssam Kamal and Chairman of the Egyptian Holding Company for Airport and Air Navigation Ihab Azmi. The 7.15 million euros is a loan from the French Treasury and is scheduled to be repaid in 20 years with a 6-year grace period and 0.17% interest.
British rocker Joe Cocker died at the age of 70 after a battle with lung cancer. His hits include You Are So Beautiful, Unchain My Heart, and the Academy Award-winning duet with Jennifer Warnes, Up Where We Belong. Legendary rockers like Beatles, Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, and Bryan Adams mourned the death of Cocker.
Where the eagles cry on a mountain high, love lifts up where we belong.
Formula One driver Bianchi is undergoing a painstaking program of rehabilitation therapy. A family statement said medical professionals in France have started the planned treatment. The Marussia driver suffered severe head injuries when he crashed into a recovery vehicle in wet conditions at the Japanese Grand Prix on October 5th. In November, the 25-year-old Bianchi was flown to Nice from Japan and began breathing unaided after coming out of a coma. The Frenchman is in an intensive care in Nice, where his conditions is still critical. He has been receiving treatment to try and improve his brain functions.
Jeremy Renner has split from his wife after just 10 months of marriage. Canadian model Sonny Pacheco, who exchanged vows with the Hollywood star in early 2014, filed for divorce in early December, citing clashing differences as the reason for the split, according to TMZ.com. She is also reportedly asking for spousal support and custody of their daughter, Ava Berlin, who turns 2 in March. Editors of the website report the marriage lasted just 10 months, although Renner only confirmed the news in September.
Canadians will be able to watch The Interview when the comedy that provoked an international incident with North Korea is released in the theaters across the country later this week. Sony Pictures said recently the film will open in 27 theaters as of 2nd January. It will be played in various cities including British Columbia, Alberta, Ontario, and Quebec. Sony initially cancelled plans to show the film depicting the assassination of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un because many theaters decided not to show the film. Sony later reversed that decisions and the film started playing in some independent theaters in the United States. The company had received a wave of criticism after it decided not to show the film, including from US President Barack Obama.
News, not Nicki Minaj's vagina flopping out at the Grammys.
You don't like that brown sugar?
Has nothing to do with brown sugar.
Aaron, look at this.
Kim Jong-un wants to do an interview with Dave Skylark?
He's a fan. Look at him. If that ain't a real story, what is?
Okay, let's do it.
We're going to North Korea!
This is all for today. Thank you so much for watching our GUC News.